MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the American League Division Series between the Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of Baseball on the Show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And you got to figure here in a 5-game series, the odds are long for coming back when you're down 2-0. But hey, it's not impossible. It's been done before, but you can bet the other guys are hungry to end this thing right here and now to give themselves a couple of days off before the next series. This should be a good one.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Austin Gomber gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
So now into the box is Lionel Rangel, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
The center fielder, number 17.
First pitch on its way. First pitch of the night here is taken for ball 1 as we are underway in Toronto.
First pitch, 7:05.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Changeup. Good pitch there. 1-2. And a good pitch there as this ball swung on and popped straight up the chute right around home plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Second baseman, ALDS.
So bases are empty with 1 out now. And that'll bring in Jose Altuve. First pitch of the AB on its way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Altuve, 33 years old. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had can't go unnoticed, and he's had an amazing career.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
That'll bring up Yordan Alvarez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Lifetime against this particular arm. He's 0 for 4. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 2-2. There goes Altuve. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Now a throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. And that one yanked just foul. Here's another 2-2. Seared down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 2-2 one more time.
Got to execute a good pitch right here. Runner at first is probably going to be on the move, and you got one of the better hitters on their team up at the plate.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Now the 1-0. Altuve is off at first with 2 away. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden, he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Astros leave 1. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Jose Urquidy will do his best on the mound to keep his team alive here in the division series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Rowdy Tellez the next to bat. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Batting second.
So 1 out and nobody aboard, and that'll bring in Kevin Biggio. Now here's the first offering.
No ball. One strike.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. And with 2 gone, here's a look at our playoff tree. Of course, the winner of this series has a tough task ahead with the Boston Red Sox waiting next. And now here is Bo Bichette. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And now a pitch on the way.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting a tone, pounding the zone.
Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
The 2-0 on the way. Is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch home. Count still full, 3-2. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. A little bouncer, but it rolls foul, so we'll have another payoff pitch. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. Hard hit ball to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And he'll reach first safely.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through for a hit. They'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
And maybe we have something brewing right here. That has to be the case. When you're facing an elite level A starter, numero uno, you have to find a way to get to him. Any chance you get, maybe this is their opportunity early.
Into the box now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. The 0-1 offering. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
1-1. Here it is. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
2 down, runners at first and second. High and deep down the left field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 2-2 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
He really needs to find a pitch to put this guy away with right here, right now. He can't allow this inning to get any worse than it's already become.
He's set. The 3-2. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And the second run will score as well.
We didn't have to wait long for the offensive fireworks in this one. 2 runners aboard, and he got a pitch he liked. Drove it all the way to the wall to bring in a pair of runs. And they're still in good shape to add on with him at second now.
To the plate now, Lourdes Gurriel, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
The 0-1 pitch.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
And this is past him at third, down the line. It's a fair ball. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
You always want to spot your pitcher a run or two early on, so he has a little bit of wiggle room, but that double, they're up 3-0 and absolutely cruising. If this guy on the mound doesn't find a way to get some outs, he's going to be heading to the showers before some of the fans are even in their seats.
The batter will be Alejandro Kirk.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. A 1-2 count to the Blue Jays signal caller.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
Hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Second inning coming up from Toronto. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Astros nothing. At the plate now is Carlos Correa. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
First offering on its way.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
That's Bolton. 2-0.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
Strike two as the fastball is let go. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Smoke toward third. On to first, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 2, Alex Bregman.
And now in the box, Alex Bregman. First pitch coming. Here it is. One out, nobody on. Favorable call in there for a strike. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
So now to the plate, Kyle Tucker.
And he hits it hard to the right side.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. On now to the bottom of the second. The Jays lead it 3-0. So now here is Orlando Arcia for his career in this matchup. He's hitting .429. He also has 1 home run. First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Great changeup there in the dirt for the third strike. And he makes the throw to first. Arcia is retired, and there's 1 away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Standing in now, Jordan Luplow. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Down and away, ball 1. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball even at 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off. This is on the ground over to first. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Into the box, Rowdy Tellez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play.
2 out, nobody on. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring in Kevin Biggio. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Tellez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
And he fouls this one off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's...
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Blue Jays held in check, but they lead it 3-0. All set for the start of the inning, and that brings Corey Lee to the plate.
The catcher, Corey Lee.
Here's the first pitch to him. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
The 2-1. 2-2 the count. Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
The first baseman Eric Hosmer is in as he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike 1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1 and 2.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count 1-2. You're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good, hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
In now, Lionel Rangel, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-0. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They trail it here 3-0. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off for the
Ready to
Jays,
go for the last half of the inning. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Bo Bichette, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Hit in the air down the right field line. Tucker waits on it. He's got it 1 away. So here's Cody Bellinger. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. And the pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Now here it comes. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
3-0 pitch. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking you deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
So next to hit is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Stands in here after doubling home 2 in his first at-bat.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Waved at and missed as he took something off there. 1-1. Guerrero is known to have an incredible ability to make contact when he swings the bat, becoming a rare thing to see him swing and miss, leading many people to marvel at his apparent hand-eye capabilities. Especially in today's game with such a high strikeout rate out there, he's becoming more of a rare talent.
Yeah, I just don't think he's trying to do too much. He gets himself into good hitters' counts and tries to hit it right back off the pitcher's hat.
The 1-2. Popped him up. Hosmer has room in foul territory, and he makes the catch for the second out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
At the plate now, Lourdes Gurriel. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Here now the 2-2. Bellinger's off and running. Pitch outside, the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third out on the bases. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1.
Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that one.
Behind 0-2 now. And it's 1-2.
1 ball. Strike.
Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Gotta believe that was a mislocation because it missed right down the middle. This guy's gonna have nightmares at the plate thinking about missing that one.
Again, another foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. A bouncer up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
Hey, that was 8 straight up until that base hit right there. Let's see if the offense gets something rolling now.
Alvarez.
Stepping in now, Yordan Alvarez. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here it comes, 0-2.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone-cold take.
Altuve gets his lead at first, nobody out. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Up next to the Astros.
Here's J.D. Martinez. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Martinez.
He's set and the pitch.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2. Little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
The 2-1 home. There goes Altuve. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. In time as he just gets the tag down.
A lot of times, if a guy is going, it's going to be on the first couple of pitches, but he waited it out that time. Didn't matter, though. A good catch and throw, and they nabbed him at second.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Astros are down quietly. They trail in this one 3-0. Dan Winkler answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Now at the plate, Lourdes Gurriel.
For Toronto, the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
First offering, and that misses for ball 1. Two 2-0 to the Jays left fielder. In the air to straightaway right. Tucker waits on it. 1 down.
Now batting.
Now 1 down with the bases empty, and in next is Alejandro Kirk. From the stretch. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting wet.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Has a look, now the pitch. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Jordan Luplow is on deck. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
The right fielder, number 10, Jordan.
And now Jordan Luplow. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
Strike 1 to start the at bat. timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And that is down for extra bases as this will get one home and maybe two. And not in time as the run scores.
Definitely an aggressive approach here, down 0-2 in the count. Instead of shortening his swing and protecting the plate, he takes a big rip and is able to drive it deep for a couple of bases and an RBI.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the run is Tucker. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, so it's now a 5-0 game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with the sac fly.
2 on, 2 out, and in to bat next, the legacy Bo Bichette. And now the first pitch.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
2-0 now. A strike, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
2-2.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Jays are out in front, 5-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I discussed the Astros offense with Houston's manager. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Now the first pitch. Carlos Correa is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
This is on the ground over to first. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. Struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Fouled away. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. On the ground to the left side. Reined in on to first, and there were 2 down. So 2 are gone for the Astros in the 5th. And in to hit next will be the outfielder Kyle Tucker. First offering. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and standing in the outfielder, Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Correa is there. Makes the play, 1 away. No one on with 1 down, and that brings up the big bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's set. Here it comes. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. So 1-1. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Good pitch there, called a strike on the inside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a liner, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
To the plate now, Lourdes Gurriel. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Into the corner and slicing foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he pops it up. Long run for the left fielder, but this will land untouched. The 1-2. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. And it's fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you can see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Into the box, Alejandro Kirk, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Guerrero leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Here now the 2-2. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Tucker is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 1 left for Toronto as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Corey Lee digging in now. They'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, let's see if he can work a walk, maybe a knock, ground ball with eyes, something. Catch a gap to get this offense going. 2 hits as a team can start demoralizing your confidence. But if he can get on, start some traffic in motion, we might have something.
First pitch coming. Here it is. The windup and the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1.
Strike. Count.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Popped him up. Therefore, it is Guerrero, and that's the first out.
Now batting. The first
Stepping
base.
in once again is Eric Hosmer, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here it comes. And a ball, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. That's inside. 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
The 2-0 on the way. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for route number 2. Striding in for Houston, Lionel Rangel. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. First offering. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Fouled off. Ready on 1-2. Now a swing, and he popped him up. My goodness, 3 in a row. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Astros nothing. So here is Orlando Arcia, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Orlando Arcia.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent. Beware.
Now the 1-0.
Ball, inside.
That's a good job right there. You very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Strike called, 2-1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 2-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. And it's a full count, 3-2 to the Blue Jays DH.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Racing back the center fielder. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The right fielder.
That was a
number
tough
10.
play, so let's take another look
Jordan.
at it with Showtrack. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. So now to the plate, Jordan Luplow, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Hit high and deep to right center. Chasing after it is Tucker. He gets there, and that's the second out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Rowdy Tellez. Couple of walks for him thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
The 1-0 pitch is looked at for the first strike. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Kevin Biggio stepping up now. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0 pitch on the way.
2 balls, no strike.
Man, he just missed the zone right there. One of the toughest pitches in the game, that backdoor cutter. As an offensive player, you give up on that pitch. As soon as it comes out of the hand, next thing you know, it's trying to grab the corner.
Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1. Tellez is off of first with 2 away. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Grounded to short. He's got it. On to Altuve for the force out, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. On to the 7th now in Game 3. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Astros nothing. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Jose Altuve. First pitch of the AB now.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
A ball and a strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. 3-2 now. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
The left fielder, number 44, Yordan Alvarez.
Now to the plate, Yordan Alvarez. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
2 out, nobody on. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
3-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. Bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in Toronto. The Blue Jays on top, 5-0. Kenny Carrillo gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th. Last half of the 7th here, and next the dangerous power threat, Bo Bichette. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in an 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the break. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
Set to deliver the 0-1.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Bichette is retired, and there's 1 away. So 1 away now in the Toronto 7th, and that'll bring forward Cody Bellinger. Here's the first pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. Hit to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So stepping in is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here's the first pitch to him. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Long run for the center fielder, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
The batter, the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
At the plate, Lourdes Gurriel. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And he misses with it. 1-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Fouled away. Again, a 1-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. 2-out double left stranded. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Josh DeMont has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Stepping up is Carlos Correa. A couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. First delivery to him.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1.
This is why you pay the price of admission right here. Power on power. My money's on the pitcher.
Inside and low, 2-1. Astros shortstop in front with a 3-1 count.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Full count now. The 3-2 pitch. And another foul ball. The payoff pitch one more time. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy has had a monster postseason so far.
And that'll bring up Alex Bregman as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Ready with the 1-0. Line towards center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Next to hit is Kyle Tucker, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch on its way.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Correa on second, Bregman at first with no outs. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Hey guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, If you don't get to head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
And that misses 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
The 2-2. Lifted down the line in left. But this will wind up being a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. Corey Lee waits on deck. Now the payoff pitch home. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gurriel is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out. Jordan Romano gets the call as he'll pitch with one gone in the top of the eighth. Corey Lee will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
A 2-2 count to the Astros catcher.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. 1 there on to first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. A good performance there by the Toronto bullpen. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Jays lead it 5-0. John Selby is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Stepping in for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk flew out last time up.
Catcher, Alejandro.
Now here's the first offering. Hit in the air down the right field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Two and 1.
Yeah, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Into the windup and the pitch. The next 3-2. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Well, he's a youngster. You can see he's a little nervous out there. Some people call it butterflies, but to him it probably feels like pterodactyls are flying around in his gut. Going to be interesting to see if he can settle down here.
Now it'll be Orlando Arcia. No hits to this point. He's set, and the pitch. A runner at first with no outs here. And he falls behind 0-2. From the stretch. Well, too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Here comes the 1-2. This one's down to third. A diving effort as it's off his glove. But they will not get an out on the play as he beats the throw to first, and there are 2 on to start the inning now.
Nice job in the box right there. Just a professional, clean AB. Didn't cheat to anything. A lot of guys could have rolled that foul down the line. Not the case right here. Kept his hands back, stayed calm, and delivered a nice base hit.
Standing in now, Jordan Luplow, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
None out, runners at first and second. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
Now the 2-1. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Here now the 2-2. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Another 2-2 offering. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Rangel is right there, 1 down.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Rowdy Tellez will be the first to greet him here, as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only 1 out. From the stretch.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
Man, the batter's eyes lit up right there. A hanger just a little bit out in front. Couldn't keep it fair.
0-1 count and the pitch. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. And it's fouled away. Here comes the 1-2. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. He stays alive, still 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Kevin Biggio is on deck. Now the payoff pitch home. A bouncer to the left side. There's one, but one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning two on the high chopper. They only get one, and that allows the runner from third to score.
Next up is Kevin Biggio, 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. Here's the first pitch. Strike taken up in the zone. The 0-1.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
0-2, here it comes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up, throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. On to the 9th now in Game 3. Toronto leads this one 6-0. Eric Hosmer to the plate now. He'll lead it off with his guys needing a 9th inning rally here if they're going to force a Game 4. Here's the first pitch. Eric Hosmer is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 2 for 4. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Well, they say beggars can't be choosers. And when you're losing, you can't always choose how you get on base, but you've got to get on any way that you can. So he'll take that, even though it probably hurts a little bit.
Into the box now, Lionel Rangel. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0. Breaking ball down around the knees, laid off and called a strike.
Wow, I'm shocked the hitter took it right there. That's a well-executed pitch down in the zone to try and get that double play.
Now a flare out toward right center. Biggio onto the grass. He's there and records the first out. So up to the plate next will be Jose Altuve. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Here's the first pitch. The 0-1. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Hosmer, base runner at first with 1 out. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Hit down the third baseline. That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Next to hit, Yordan Alvarez. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Here's the first pitch. The 1-0. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get 1, if not both of them, home. Now the relay home. Tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the 2nd run.
Baseball 101 at its finest right there. Just a beautiful example of a well-executed relay play to nab the runner at the plate.
Trent Thornton gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. Now the Astros designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. And a fly ball. And this should do it. And that is going to end it. The Blue Jays are headed to the ALCS.
Well, they know their work is nowhere close to being finished, but they've handled their business so far, winning here to punch their ticket to the next round and a possible trip to the World Series. Well done.
For the left-hander Dan Plesac, Mark DeRosa, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been the American League Division Series.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Blue Jays, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Astros.